Good evening. Konbanwa. Wangshan House. Iakwe. Aloha Akiaki. Annyeong Hashimika. Suba Sandia. Yabu Doi. Namaste. Good evening. Welcome to our 2014 Asian Pacific American Student Services Recognition Program. My name is Suru Bailey Jones, and I'm the director of this department. Our department serves all students, but specifically focuses on students and families of Asian and or Pacific Island descent. I would like to acknowledge our governing board and TUSD leadership, and I'll call them out. They're going to be coming up to the stage, so you probably can't see them right now, but I'm going to just call them by name. We have President Ms. Adelita Grijalva, Clerk Ms. Christelle Ann Foster, Dr. Mark Stegeman, Mr. Michael Hicks, and Mr. Cam Juarez. We also have Superintendent Dr. H.T. Sanchez. We have Deputy Superintendent of Teaching and Learning, Dr. Adrian Vega. Deputy Superintendent of Operations, Mr. Yusuf Awad. Assistant Superintendent of Elementary and K-8 Leadership, Ms. Terry Melendez. Assistant Superintendent of Curriculum and Instruction, Mr. Steve Holmes. Chief Human Resources Officer, Anna Maiden. Director of Communications, Kara Renee. Assistant Superintendent of Secondary Leadership, Dr. Abel Murado. Executive Director of Exceptional Education, Mr. Eugene Butler. And Executive Director of Student Equity and Intervention and the department under which we work, Mr. Jim Fish. I would also like to acknowledge my colleagues in the Department of Student Equity and Intervention, Ms. Roxanne Begay-James, Director of Native American Student Services, Dr. Maria Figueroa, Director of Mexican American Student Services, Mr. Jimmy Hart, Director of African American Student Services, Ms. Holly Colonna, Director of Guidance and Counseling, and Mr. Brian Lambert, Program Manager for Student Equity. In addition, I want to take this opportunity to thank each school for submitting the names of the students to be recognized, and also thank the parents, guardians, and extended family members who have worked tirelessly to ensure their children are successful in school. A very big thank you goes out to you from TUSD. In addition to the department awards, students who are receiving academic awards will also be getting the President's Education Award, and they'll receive a certificate and also a letter from President Barack Obama. We're always excited to highlight the gifts and talents that our students have. So if you are out there and you are talented in something, a song, playing instruments, dancing, and you're interested in performing at one of our events, please contact our office, because we are more than happy to highlight your talents at one of our events. Right now, we're going to have two girls from our high school, Susma Sharma from Rincon and Lakshi Gali from Catalina. They're going to be performing a Bhutanese Nepali dance called Baisa Fuyo Bihanai. This means young, blooming, early. So please enjoy and feel free to clap along. Thank you, Susma and Lachi. Wasn't that a beautiful dance? Yes. Next we have Jaya Tanikachalam from University High. At last year's recognition program, I had made the mention about if you have a gift or talent, and like immediately she emailed me and said, I can sing. So I am so excited to have her here. She's going to be singing a song called Lambodara, which is about the Hindu elephant god Ganesha, who symbolizes overcoming obstacles. Lambodara Lakumikara Ambasuta Amaravinuta Lambodara Lakumikara Shri Gananatha Sindhuravarna Karuna Sagara Karivadana Lambodara Lakumikara. Another round of applause for the group. They both ladies did a wonderful, three ladies did a wonderful job. Right now, at this time, I'd like our TUSD leadership and governing board members to please come on stage. If you can come up to my right and come on to the stage, because we're going to begin our presentations of awards. And while they make their way to the stage, I'd like to take the time to introduce you to two beautiful ladies from the Asian Pacific American Student Services and Refugee Services staff who will MC for the evening, and so we won't have the problem with the microphone. And those two ladies are Joyce Tominaga and Masbil Bulale. And I'd like them to take some time to introduce each one, and then we'll start bringing up the students.
Good evening, everyone. I am Joyce Tominaga. I'm a student and family mentor specialist working in the classrooms at Gridley and Rincon High School.
My name is Masbel Bulale, student and family mentor specialist, working with students newly arrived in the country at Roberts Nader and Catalina High. May I please have the following students and their representatives from the following schools: Booth Pickett, Dodge Middle School, and Dula Middle School. In the criteria for the recognition are listed in your program. Each school provided the names of the students who met the criteria in each category. I would like to highlight the criteria for the special award. This year, it's the Year of the Horse Special Award, named in the honor of the Lunar New Year animal, the horse. This award is given to students who participated in fine arts, athletics, with a GPA of 3.25, earned 95% of attendance, and were active in school community services. I would also like to highlight there are two students who are also listed in the program who achieved a GPA of 4.0 for 4 years. Our first school is Booth Pickett, Principal Michael Conrad.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so glad we're all able to come together this evening to recognize and celebrate the success of our students. My name is Michael Conrad. I'm the proud principal of my electric personality is interfering with the microphone. However, I am glad to be here to represent Booth Pickett and help some of our students. Okay, well, we're going to go ahead and start calling our students to the stage to recognize them. The first student we'll be recognizing this evening from Booth Pickett is Will Barron. Our next student is Patrick Hannon. Then we have Skylar Iban. And lastly, Li Luong. And then lastly, Cecilia Velasco. Wonderful. And we also have one last student who's made it here this evening. That's Tiana Liebskin. And now we're being joined by the principal from Dodge Middle School, Mr. Dan Shelton.
Thank you, Mr. Conrad. I'm here to honor our students from Dodge Middle School, and we have with us Shime Venna-Clausen, and now Doolin.
Hi, I'm Renee Morales. I'm the principal of Doolin. Today I have Taya Bijay. Chico Bomaretti. Jason Lee. Smith Smile. Deja Brani Fox. And Miss Sierra Winkfeld.
Will the students and school representatives from Gridley Middle School, McGee Middle School, Mansfield Middle School, Miles Exploratory Learning Center, Pueblo Gardens K-8, please line up to my left. A few years ago, Doolin Gate teacher Ms. Brenda Bowler participated in a workshop given by Sejong Cultural Society. The Sejong Cultural Society strives to advance awareness and understanding of Korea's cultural heritage amongst people in the United States by reaching out to the younger generations through contemporary, creative, and fine arts. Each year, since her students have submitted entries into the Sejong writing competition, this year there were nearly 2,000 entries from the United States and Canada. Our 8th grade student, Daniel Kadansky, placed second in the senior essay division. Our Twisted Hero 2014 essay competition. And 8th grade student, Evangeline Erickson, received honorable mention. We are so proud of all of Ms. Bowler's students and wanted to share this wonderful accomplishment. And now, could we have the Gridley Middle School principal, Ms. Kathleen Sheppy. Ms. Kathleen Sheppy and Dave Davies will do the honors of presenting the certificates.
Good evening. What a pleasure to be here tonight. My name is Kathy Sheppy. I'm the principal of Gridley Middle School, and with me is David Davies, the new principal of Gridley Middle School for next year. So we're very fortunate tonight. At this time, I'd like to recognize Jane Down. Not yet. Nope, instead we are passing an Alan Miller. Zach Leon Guerrero. Aiden Mesk. There's Jane Down. Congratulations, Jane. Sophia Mogini. Caleb Piba. That's our Gridley students. Thank you very much.
Now, we have McGee Middle School. The principal is Mr. Daniel Erickson. We have Veronica Duran and Cindy Eman representing the school.
Our student is Alexander Espiritu. Jasmine Wood could not be here because she's doing ancient world history at school.
Good evening, my name is Richard Sanchez, proud principal of Mansfield Middle School, and I would like to recognize Anam Khalid.
Next, could we please have the Miles Exploratory Learning Center principal, Ms. Robin Weldon. Ruth Otley will be representing the school.
Good evening. I'm thrilled to be here to honor 2 Miles students, Hassan Qureshi and Isabella Thompson.
And our last group right now will be Pueblo Gardens K-8 School. The principal is Seth Alashai.
Good evening. It's my pleasure to recognize these wonderful children of ours. And first off, we have Angela Chopasak. Jason Thatch. And Sally Tran. Thank you.
following students and school representatives, please line up to my left. Robert Snaler, K-8, Robin, K-8, Safford, K-8 Magnet, and Seacrest Middle School. Please line up to my left. Each year, our department celebrates the Lunar New Year. According to Chinese zodiac, the year of 2014 is the year of the horse, which began on January 31st, 2014, and will end on February 18, 2015. The horse is the seventh sign of the Chinese zodiac, which consists of 12 animal signs. The horse is energetic, bright, warm-hearted, and able. People born on the year of the horse are bright, cheerful, popular, and fun-loving. They have a sunny disposition and a natural charm that attracts many friends. In Chinese astrology, the year of the horse is considered a fortunate year that brings luck and good things. May I please have Robert Snaler, Principal Connie Sebeda. And next we'll have Safford, Robert Snaler, Principal Connie Sebeda.
Good evening. I am not Connie Zepeda. I'm here on her behalf. I am Wanda Buchanan. I'm the Learning Support Coordinator, and I would like to present you three of our wonderful students. Bimala Katka, Fong Pham, and Sanam Tamam. Thank you.
Yeah. May I please have Robbins K-8 Middle School Principal Chandra Lamas.
Hello, I'm Paul Thompson, Assistant Principal representing Chandra Thomas, and I'd like to present these wonderful students. NRL, overall, Song Gao, Jenny Zhang.
Could I please have Safford K-8 Middle School Principal Teresa Tennis. Okay. Seacrest Middle School Principal David Montagna.
Thank you. I'm the principal of Seacrest Middle School. Proud to represent wonderful students. William Casey Thomas. Paul Lee. Tina Lee. Lee Wen. Vivian Wen. Zaire Rose. Thank you, Seacrest students.
This is our last group of middle school students. Will the students and representatives from Utterback Middle Magnet School, Vale Middle School, and Valencia Middle School please line up to my left. This is our department's 6th year in partnering with Uyeongdong, South Korea, and our 4th year in partnering with Shinongun, South Korea, for the Tucson Korea Ambassador Program, also known as TCAP. Students, from South Korea stay with host families for 4 weeks. This year, they visited 3 middle schools, Safford, K-8, McGee Middle School, and Seacrest Middle School. Each South Korea student is paired with a student ambassador from the school to form cross-cultural experiences and bonds. Host families welcome each of the Korean students into their homes to experience living with an American family. With the tremendous dedication of each of the schools and host families, TCAP has been a huge success. If you are interested in becoming a host family for the upcoming school year, please contact the Asian Pacific Student Services Office. Now, could I please have Vale Middle School Principal Teresa Leal Holmes?
Good evening, everyone. This is my favorite time of year because I get to look good because I have wonderful students. So I'd like to start with Kevin Choi. Next, I have Alvin Lee. Okay, I've got Hasminta Takia. I've got Nicole Miravite. And Brian Liu. Okay, and Alvin Lee. Thank you so much.
And our last middle school, Valencia Middle School, the principal is Patricia Acosta. I believe we have a substitute.
Thank you. I am not Patricia Acosta. I'm the Jaguars assistant principal, Mr. Julio Moreno. Today with me is Ms. Mary Loy, our counselor, and we are proud and honored to be here with you this evening to present to you 2 very outstanding, wonderful students that any campus could have. The first one I present to you is James Tith. And the second, our student body president, Messina Salusi. Thank you, Valencia Jaguars.
All right. Will the following high school students and the school representatives line up to my left? Catalina High, Choe High, Palo Verde High, and Pueblo Magne High. Can you please line up to my left? Catalina Magne High, Choya High, Palo Verde High, and Pueblo Magne High. This is our 4th year partnering with the OCA Greater Tucson for the Making Difference Scholarship. The scholarship awards $500 and a membership in OCA. OCA, Asian Pacific American Advocates, is a national organization dedicated to advancing the social, political, and economic well-being of Asian Pacific Americans. This year's scholarship deadline is May 12, 2014. Please apply. There are a few hard copies of the application available tonight. You may also get the application at our website at www.TUSD1.org/APASS. Could I please have Catalina Magne High, Principal Rex Scott.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Rex Scott, honored to be the principal at Catalina Magnet High School, the home of Trojan Pride since 1957. We had more RSVPs than attendees, but my students know that I will come to their classrooms tomorrow and give them their certificates. If they didn't show up tonight, you can run, but you cannot hide from recognition. Our first outstanding Trojan to be recognized tonight for academics is Dil Gali. Our second student to be recognized tonight, she's a freshman, for academics, Hadisa Kilwati. Our third student to be recognized tonight, also for academics, a returner to this ceremony, Mo Payu. And our next honoree, also a freshman, Isfan Rauf. We have a couple of honorees who just signed in. A sophomore being recognized for academics, Subhash Manali. By the way, Subhash's mother is attending our citizenship class at Catalina tonight. Okay. We also have, being recognized for academics, another freshman, Shivangi Pradhan. And then one of our seniors, being recognized for academics, Sapana Bujel. This next student is being recognized not only for being an outstanding senior for academics, but she also is getting a very special award tonight, Goma Gautam. Now I'm pleased to introduce my colleague, the principal at Choya Magnet High School, Mr. Frank Armenta.
I'm just excited to be here. Ms. Boulay is going to assist me in acknowledging our two students, so Ms. Boulay.
First student for Choya High Magnet School is Keanu Heeson. And next we have Christopher Tiff.
Could I please have the principal from Palo Verde High, Mr. Adjana? That's it? Okay. Okay,
I'm not Janet, trust me, you'll know Janet. My name is Roberto Thompson, I'm the assistant principal of Palo Verde, and it's my pleasure to welcome these four students. Julia Lucius, Erica Marlesina, Cone Trump, and Tina Trump.
thank you. May I please have the principal or school representative from Pueblo Magnet High? Vivian?
Hi, I'm Joel Basalia, representing Pueblo Magnet High tonight, assistant principal. And I would like to recognize our senior class president, academic and special award winner, Billy Lange.
Don't they look sharp? Woo. Will the following students and representatives please line up to my left? Rincon High School, Sabino High School, Saguaro High School, and Tucson High Magnet School. May is the Asian American and Pacific Island Heritage Month. The theme this year is I Am Beyond. The phrase captures the aspirations of the American spirit and how Americans of Asian and Pacific Islander descent have always sought to excel beyond the challenges that have limited equal opportunity in America. There will be various programs throughout the country to celebrate and honor the accomplishments that generations of Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders have made throughout American history. Did you know there have been 7 senators of Asian or Pacific Island descent? Hiram Fong of Hawaii, Daniel Inoue of Hawaii, Samuel E. Hayakawa of California, Spark Matsunaga of Hawaii, Daniel Akaka of Hawaii, John Ensign of Nevada, and Maisie Hirono of Hawaii. In 2013, Maisie Hirono became the first Asian American female senator. The Smithsonian Asian Pacific Center has a wealth of information. You can access it at www.smithsonianapa.org. I apologize, I forgot to call Santa Rita in my list. Somehow it was left off. All right, could I please have Rincon High School Representative Principal Catherine Comstock.
My name is Kathy Comstock. I'm the very proud principal of Rincon High School, and we're very pleased to introduce Carl Quay. He is a freshman. And Jamie Tran, who is a sophomore. Jamie? I'd like to introduce Matt Munger, the principal of Sabino High School.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank you for coming out and celebrating our students' success. I'm the proud principal of Sabino High School, National Blue Ribbon High School. I want to thank you again. With me is Mr. Russell Doty, assistant principal, and I'm pleased to recognize the following students. Lucy Brownell. Janine Fernando. And Nathan Weatherholt. And now the principal from Saguaro High School, or Marcia Volpe, assistant principal, presenting on behalf of Saguaro High School.
I'm Marcia Volpe, interim assistant principal, representing Bobby Estrella this evening. We had several students that were unable to come this evening, but they are all aware of the wonderful awards that they are being honored for tonight. The first one I'd like to introduce is Allison Claire Bownen. Trisha Crawford. And Juan Glee.
And now, could we please have the Santa Rita High School principal, James Palacios, or their representative?
Good evening, I'm James Palacios. Just kidding, I'm not. I'm Mary Morris, and I am honored to be here to recognize some amazing adults that we have here at Santa Rita. Our first student is Raquel Capati. Leanne Leon, Lyons, and Sierra Matos.
Now, could we please have the Tucson High School representative? The principal for Tucson High is Dr. Clarice Clash, but presenting this evening is Kevin
All right, thanks to Rincon and UHS for hosting this lovely event. I'm going to take the time to introduce our wonderful Badger students. First coming to the stage is Bailey Jen. Jade Isimang. Jamie Schaefer. Grace Thompson. Jackson Viniklasen. Nolan Viniklasen. Lisa Wan. Kyoko Yanoha.
Thank you very much. May I please have the students and their representatives from University High. Please line up to my left. Asian Pacific Student Services and Refugee Services work hard to assist students and families, especially those that are new to the country and acclimating to the culture. Our goal is to deepen our global understanding and identity by developing and honoring home languages and cultures through collaboration and training with parents, teachers, and administrators. I would like to thank my colleagues who helped make this department a vital resource to students, parents, and schools. I would like to recognize Fardosa Abdi, Susan Cortez, Debibonia Desiree, Bak Ding, Pam Fine, Ham Gajmir, Ann Coco, Leonard Muhunga, Narapati Subedi, Lydia Sayuni, Wadia Sarah. Also, a special acknowledgement to the student equity staff who recognized this event. Also, a special acknowledgement to the students equity staff who organized this event. Could I please have University High Principal Dean Backard and Assistant Principal Amy Sislak.
Thank you so much, and thank you so much for coming out to Rincon University High School this evening to recognize these students. It is a great pleasure for us to acknowledge these penguins as they waddle across the stage and accept these wonderful, wonderful awards.
Thank you very much. I would like to recognize Nicolo Andre Abrugena, academics. Bailey Elora Bailey, academics. Jessica Chan. Gordon Cortes, Gustus. Samantha Dando, academics 4.0. Alien B. Godoy, academics 4.0. Well done. Priscilla Han, academics 4.0. Joanne Jandali, academics 4.0. Christine Kevin Chusa, Academics.
One or two more.
Two more. We got two more. Henry Choi. Andy Lee, Academics 4.0, sorry. Eric Liu, Academics 4.0. Lauren Mogihimi, sorry if I got your name wrong, Academics. Catalina Lee. Celine Rosario, Academics. Christine Samoy, Academics 4.0. Elizabeth Sterling, Academics. Jaya Sangeeta, Academics 4.0. Jimmy Tran, Academics 4.0. Kira Trainer, Academics. Henry Wang, Academics 4.0. Ryan Yi, Academics 4.0. Erica Yi, Academics 4.0. At this time, I would like to reintroduce Ms. Bailey Jones for closing remarks. Thank you.
All right. Well, let's give all of our recipients another round of applause. Thank you very much to all the students for their hard work and their dedication to school. Parents, thank you so much for your support of your child and also the school, because without that partnership, we wouldn't be as successful as we are. And so we're very, very grateful for you, for all of your efforts and your support to the teachers, the administration, and the school. I'd like to thank all of the TUSD administrators and leadership team that came up here to celebrate with us. And without further ado, I'd like to wish you a very safe drive home, and thank you once again very much for coming to our program. See you next year.